Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your average Joe and welcome to Monday Night Raw, the first Monday Night Raw of WWE 2K25 Universe Mode, and we're kicking things off with the new General Manager, and it is the Heartbreak Kid himself. It is Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels we did see actually in Universe Mode in 2K24. Shawn Michaels was wiped out by The Rock, the final boss, just before SummerSlam, I believe it was, and we haven't seen him ever since then. But let's see what the Heartbreak Kid has got to say for this Monday Night Raw crowd here this evening, as the Heartbreak Kid is soaking it all in. Let's see what he's got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. This past weekend at WrestleMania, we witnessed history. We saw champions rise, legends fall, and moments that will live forever. And now as we step into a brand new era, I am honored to stand before you as the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. Stone Cold Steve Austin set the foundation for an incredible year, and I intend to build on it. My goal is simple: take Monday Night Raw to even greater heights. I promise to bring you the best action, the best competition, and the best damn show each and every week. Now, I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible hard work of the women in our division. They have continued to raise the bar, steal the show, and prove time and time again that they are every bit as dominant as the men. And because of that, I am proud to announce the creation of a brand new championship, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Starting tonight, we will begin a tournament to crown the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. Each week, we will witness a match to determine who will advance to a final Gauntlet Match at Backlash. That Gauntlet Match will see 4 of the best superstars in the women's division compete for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. But only one can leave Backlash as the first ever champion.
Oh? Well, it's none other than All Ego Ethan Page, the man who is actually the final draft pick and only just snuck his way in on Monday Night Raw. But he's interrupting the new general manager in Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. So what does Ethan Page have to say here tonight? Let's see what Ethan Page has got to say for us.
Well, look what we have here. Shawn Michaels, the so-called Heartbreak Kid, the legend, the icon. You talk about taking Raw to new heights, but it seems to me like you don't even recognize true talent when it's standing right in front of you. You see, last week in the WWE draft, I was picked last. Last, an insult, an absolute travesty. But let me tell you something, Shawn. History will remember that as the greatest draft pick in WWE history, because All Ego Ethan Page is the future of Monday Night Raw, whether you like it or not.
Since you seem so eager to prove yourself, I say we put that ego of yours to the test right here, right now. So let's see if you're as good as you say you are, because your opponent tonight is someone who has proven himself over and over again. Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it.
Well, what does that mean? What on earth does Shawn Michaels have planned here? Ethan Page still seemingly a little bit confident. But I mean, Shawn Michaels is about to go backstage and grab an opponent for Ethan Page right here, right now. So who's it gonna be? Oh my word. Well, All Ego Ethan Page is about to meet the megastar for the first time. So Ethan Page interrupting Shawn Michaels, as Shawn Michaels was announcing himself as the general manager, but now the megastar, the former United States champion in WWE 2K24, is out here to, I guess, send a clear-cut message to the newbie on the block in Ethan Page. You don't want to disrespect the general manager, because you may have a megastar that you want to deal with. So this is going to be one heck of a challenge for Ethan Page on his Raw debut. I'm sure that he didn't quite think this through here this evening. But let's get into this one. The first matchup of WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. LA Knight versus Ethan Page. So here we go, bell rings, Ethan Page and LA Knight about to kick this one off. And a bit of a bear hug here by Ethan Page to kick this match off. And LA Knight struggling ever so slightly to get out the clutches of Ethan Page here. Ethan Page got locked in tight, but LA Knight able to find a reversal and bring Ethan Page down to the mat. Looking in that armbar, that headlock, it seems like. Ethan Page back to his feet though. These two just feeling each other out in the early goings here. LA Knight sent off the ropes and a big elbow to the jaw by Ethan Page. So Ethan Page just showing more disrespect now, this time to LA Knight, just kicking him in the face here. The sheer disrespect to the former United States champion. Is now locking in the abdominal stretch here as Ethan Page. Ethan Page believes that Shawn Michaels may have almost made a big mistake by potentially almost missing out on drafting All Ego Ethan Page. But I guess Ethan Page should be thankful that he has even been drafted, as now the armbar's been locked in here by LA Knight. Looking to hyperextend that elbow, but couldn't quite do so. LA Knight with a big clothesline now. The former United States champion taking the fight to All Ego Ethan Page. As now Ethan Page slowly making his way back to his feet in the corner, using the ropes. LA Knight not about to allow him a second to recover here. As LA Knight continues the onslaught. Big clubbing blows to the spine. Oh, and Ethan Page finds a big reversal, a swing and a miss now. And now these two in the center of the ring here, looking to trade blows. LA Knight getting the upper hand momentarily. Big chop by the megastar. One in return by Ethan Page. These two just laying into each other, leaving it all out on the line here. But who's going to be the one standing at the end of this? Ethan Page with a big chop. You can see the bruises forming on the chest of LA Knight as now these two just laying into each other. Repeated strikes here, evenly matched. And now Ethan Page could have been setting up LA Knight, but LA Knight finds a reversal with the back body drop, and into the cover he goes. The former United States champion looking for a big victory, but Ethan Page able to kick out. As now LA Knight up onto the apron here. What is he thinking about now? LA Knight off the springboard into a big drop kick and then into the cover once again. Looking to put Ethan Page away here in his Universe Mode debut, but big kick out found by the Ego. There's now LA Knight all bruised up here. You can see the marks across his back and across his chest as well. This match already paying its toll. Ethan Page doing the damage here, it seems, and over the top into a neck breaker. Ethan Page, you can see some of the bruises across his face as well. As now up to the top rope we go. Ethan Page with a big body splash into the center of the ring. And LA Knight is feeling the punishment right now. The former United States champion, I'm sure, is probably going to have one eye on that Intercontinental Championship. Maybe even that World Heavyweight title as well. But now Ethan Page stomping away at the hands and the fingers of LA Knight. On LA Knight finds a big reversal, big elbows to the jaw, and back into the cover again. LA Knight seemingly a little bit desperate here, and LA Knight with his feet up on the ropes here, looking to steal the victory. And Ethan Page didn't look too pleased about that, but now Ethan Page has been caught into the BFT, and this one's surely all over. LA Knight for the victory, he's done it. Well, LA Knight has stolen the victory from Ethan Page, and I'm sure that Ethan Page is not going to be too pleased about that. But LA Knight stands tall and kicks off his WWE 2K25 Universe Mode career in style with a victory over the Ego, Ethan Page. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we look to move on with the show, we're into some tag team action to determine who will be the #1 contenders to the Authors of Pain for the World Tag Team Championships. And first off, we have the two men who were involved at WrestleMania in that triple threat tornado tag match. But unfortunately, they did not walk out with the championships. It is DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, looking to gain those World Tag Team titles here on Monday Night Raw. They're not going to just earn their opportunity just for the fact that they were there at WrestleMania. They have to earn their title shot once again, and they're looking to do that here tonight in a similar fashion or a similar matchup to what they were involved in at WrestleMania. But hopefully for them, they get a little bit more luck here tonight, because again, it is Tornado Tag Team match, triple threat action. So we have 3 teams of 2 entering into this matchup, and the second team is the War Raiders. It is Eric and Ivar looking to gain those World Tag Team Championships. We didn't even see them in WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, so they've got an opportunity to kickstart their Universe Mode career by maybe getting a victory here tonight and then going on to face the World Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain. One heck of a matchup that would be between the War Raiders and the AOP. But we'll have to see whether the War Raiders can reign successful here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Will they potentially be the next World Tag Team Champions? The crowd well and truly behind these two. But let's see whether that is going to be enough for them to get the victory here. And well, the last tag team involved in this matchup, it is none other than Finn Balor and JD McDonough. So Finn Balor, former World Heavyweight Champion in WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, a man who was actually undrafted this year, but clearly has seemed to decide to maybe head into the tag team division and try and build himself back up from there, perhaps. But we'll have to see whether Finn Balor and JD McDonough can maybe become the new World Tag Team Champions. And then maybe even see whether Finn Balor can work his way back towards that World Heavyweight Championship once again. But as for now, Finn Balor focused on the tag team division with JD McDonough by his side, the one man who has stood by his side all throughout Universe Mode. And now Finn Balor is looking to team with JD McDonough and maybe bring some tag team gold to their waists here. But first of all, they have to get through the War Raiders and DIY here tonight. So here we go. Johnny Gargano and DIY against the War Raiders. And Finn Balor and JD McDonough, triple threat action, tornado tag rules, so there are no disqualifications and no countouts. The first team to get a pinfall or submission will be the victors here, and will go on to be the #1 contenders to the Authors of Pain and the World Tag Team Championships, as Finn Balor and JD McDonough right out the gates, showing off their athleticism here. And Tommaso Ciampa just trying to steal a victory there, but couldn't quite do so. Things getting a little bit messy in the ring. There's got a lot of bodies around. So it could be quite dangerous. You have to be quite careful here as a Spanish fly delivered by JD McDonough there. Johnny Gargano sent to the outside. Finn Balor and JD McDonough in control right now as JD McDonough connects with that big DDT off the springboard and a backstabber as well to Eric here. So Eric and Ivar have a history of injuries with their necks, so you have to wonder whether these other two teams are going to be focusing on the spine and the neck area of the War Raiders. But DIY now, the one team with both members inside the ring, only momentarily as Finn Balor's wiped out on the outside. Tommaso Ciampa has Ivar exactly where he wants him here in between the ropes. As now Johnny Gargano joins in with a fray with Finn Balor in between the ropes here. JD McDonough just clearing off that announce desk. Maybe has some plans here for Eric on the outside as now Johnny Gargano looking for a big victory here. JD McDonough slowly making his way into the ring. I'm not sure whether he would have made it in time, but he was definitely going to try. Big elbow drop there by Johnny Gargano. Finn Balor now into a roll up here, but Tommaso Ciampa was well aware of the situation. Not about to allow the match to end that quickly. And now, well, a double team by Finn Balor and Eric inside the ring. A double suplex to Tommaso Ciampa. So it seems like maybe the War Raiders and the former members of the Judgment Day are realizing that DIY are a big threat here as Ivar flies to the outside and Finn Balor slammed down to the mat as well at the same time. And Ivar just met with that sledgehammer by JD McDonough. And now JD McDonough and Eric about to trade some blows here. And Johnny Gargano coming around to enter the fight. Finn Balor back to his feet on the far side. Kendo stick brought into play by Tommaso Ciampa now. Johnny Gargano with the steel steps. Just tossing them onto Ivar on the far side there. There's now Tommaso Ciampa with Finn Balor in his clutches. And Finn Balor just going to fight out the clutches now. Who is going to be the number one contenders to the World Tag Team titles after tonight? Only one of these teams can be victorious as Johnny Gargano taking out both Eric and JD McDonough and in a super kick delivered to Finn Balor. Johnny Gargano is cleaning shot here, but a big spinning heel kick connecting by Ivar, but JD McDonough is back into the ring to save the count there. Luckily for the other teams involved, Spanish Fly connecting as well. Once again, there's now JD McDonough with a big elbow off the springboard there, connecting on Eric more so than Johnny Gargano it seems. Johnny Gargano now into the pinfall with his feet on the ropes. We saw LA Knight trying to take advantage of that earlier on this evening. There's now big DDT connecting. Johnny Gargano taking out both members of the War Raiders. Now switches his focus over to Ivar here. And well, he's in big trouble. He might be about to tap out the Gargano escape. Finn Balor stopping Eric from breaking up the hold there, interestingly enough. But luckily for both Finn Balor and the War Raiders, Ivar was able to break that hold. Tommaso Ciampa just saving the match up for everyone else there. Now Finn Balor being sent on to the apron. So all of these members, all of these individuals of these tag teams were undrafted, but it seems like they've all earned themselves contracts here on Monday Night Raw, and they'll all be looking to head for those World Tag Team titles here. Powerbomb connecting by Ivar. Tommaso Ciampa up on the top rope, lining up Finn Balor and taking out Ivar at the same time there. Now turning his attention to JD McDonough. And JD McDonough now in some trouble, hung up on that bottom rope. And then, Tommaso Ciampa missing out on a neck breaker. Ivar inside the ring. Can't quite grab a hold of Tommaso Ciampa. There's now Tommaso Ciampa into a big DDT connecting. And then, the referee's been taken out here. Finn Balor just able to avoid that attack. And now a crossface has been locked in here by JD McDonough. Is anyone going to break it up? It doesn't seem like it. They're going to allow the damage to be inflicted here, it seems like. There's now, oh my word. Well, it looked like Tommaso Ciampa may have been going for a pile driver there, but luckily for Ivar, he wasn't able to connect with it. Now breaking up the count is DIY. Keeping this match alive, at least for now. Now, Ivar back to his feet. Tommaso Ciampa with that steel chair to the spine of Eric and then to the top of the head as well. And now Finn Balor, oh my word, Finn Balor dropping Johnny Gargano, and we're a double pin here. Could this be it? Johnny Gargano in some trouble, but he's able to kick out there. Luckily for DIY, both members had just enough time to recover. Now Finn Balor, 1916 connecting. And Finn Balor looking for the pinfall, but Eric was there to break up the count, and now kendo stick to the face of JD McDonough, busting wide open here. And Eric turns his attention to the former World Heavyweight Champion, but Finn Balor up over the top. And Tommaso Ciampa now with Finn Balor up, and then the knees to the spine. DIY looking for the victory here, but JD McDonough again able to break up the count there and save things for the other teams involved. Now Johnny Gargano off the ropes and into another Spanish fly by JD McDonough, who's taken out by Eric. The War Raiders are the last two standing right now. Could they maybe perhaps be closing in on a victory here? Off the top rope with a big elbow drop. And just tossing a kendo stick at JD McDonough now into the pinfall. Could this be it for the victory? They've done it. The War Raiders are the #1 contenders to the World Tag Team Championships. So it will be the War Raiders facing off against the Authors of Pain. And most likely that will happen probably at Backlash or maybe the Raw beforehand. We'll have to wait and see how things pan out. But the new #1 contenders are the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we move into the tournament for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And well, it is Liv Morgan who is in action here. So she's looking to perhaps become the first ever Intercontinental Champion in the women's division in Universe mode. Well, Liv Morgan does have Raquel Rodriguez by her side. So Liv Morgan was one of the superstars drafted, and Raquel Rodriguez followed her onto Monday Night Raw. So it seems like she is keeping her back up here in 2K25's Universe mode. And Raquel Rodriguez is looking to help Liv Morgan become the first ever Intercontinental Champion. But first of all, Liv Morgan needs to be victorious here. And then she needs to be victorious at Backlash during a Gauntlet match if she wants to hold that championship in this series. And well, ladies and gentlemen, she's got one heck of a challenge here tonight, because she's going up against Lash Legend from Meta 4, another superstar who was drafted to Monday Night Raw alongside her tag team partner Jakara Jackson. So we're going to have to wait and see whether Lash Legend can pull off what would be considered a bit of an upset here, although Lash Legend, I'm sure, would probably argue that she's probably the favourite in this one. Lash Legend does hold the power. Definitely holds the power game over Liv Morgan in this one. So Liv Morgan will be looking to maybe utilise her speed, whereas Lash Legend will be looking to get a hold of Liv Morgan and keep her down on the mat. So Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson made their debuts at the Royal Rumble in 2K24. And now Lash Legend looking to make history in 2K25 by becoming the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. And so the bell will ring here, and here we go. And Lash Legend straight out the gates. Even Raquel Rodriguez winced a little bit at that attack by Lash Legend. Lash Legend taking the fight to Liv Morgan here. Lash Legend very aggressive in the early goings here. Slam down to the mat goes Liv Morgan now. And one thing must be said is that Jordynne Grace was the #1 draft pick for Monday Night Raw in the women's division. But she was taken out by someone, and you have to think maybe she might have wanted to enter into this tournament. But now Lash Legend off of the ropes into that neck breaker. So Jordynne Grace perhaps may have had her eyes on that Intercontinental Championship, but unfortunately for her, she doesn't even get an opportunity at it. And into the cover goes Lash Legend looking for the victory here. Could have almost been a shock victory early on in this one. Lash Legend has Liv Morgan on the ropes right now. Liv Morgan struggling to get out the gates here as Lash Legend just continues the onslaught. And now the referee is distracted. It seems like Raquel Rodriguez may have exposed that steel underneath the turnbuckle pad, as Lash Legend isn't about to allow Raquel Rodriguez to distract her, at least not now. As Lash Legend now brings Liv Morgan up to her feet. Big forearm to the jaw. Now Liv Morgan is looking to stand tall against Lash Legend. I'm not sure how wise this is, but if Liv Morgan can get the upper hand here, then she could get the opening that she desperately needs in this one. But Lash Legend momentarily with the upper hand. Liv Morgan fighting back though. And Liv Morgan's been busted wide open. A big right hand there to the temple. And these two are not allowing each other any moment's rest. As Lash Legend with the upper hand heads up to the top rope. What is Raquel doing on the outside? She's got a baseball bat in hand. And she sends that into the ring, trying to cause a distraction. But Lash Legend now could be moments away from a victory. Liv Morgan. Oh, she's found a reversal. Lash Legend was looking for a choke slam there, but Liv Morgan finding a reversal. And now Liv Morgan off of the ropes into the code breaker. And now Liv Morgan gonna head up top. What is she planning here? Liv Morgan, big body splash, couldn't quite connect with it though. Just a little bit too far across the ring as Lash Legend back to her feet, but she's caught into oblivion. And this could be it. Liv Morgan to progress in the tournament. She's done it. Liv Morgan with a massive victory over Lash Legend here tonight. And what a victory that is for her as she progresses towards the Intercontinental Women's Championship. Well, that is massive for Liv Morgan. We have to wonder, will Raquel Rodriguez maybe even enter into this tournament as well? So as we move on with the show here on Monday Night Raw, and we have Naomi, the woman who attacked Jade Cargill, the Women's World Champion, back at the WWE Draft. But let's see what Naomi has got to say. She's about to explain her actions.
Y'all hear that? That reaction right there? That's what happens when you've earned respect. But let me tell you something. Respect don't pay the bills. Opportunity does. And for too damn long, I've been sitting back, waiting, being patient, doing everything the right way. But where has that gotten me? I am a veteran in this business. I have fought my way through every obstacle, every setback, every damn challenge thrown my way. And still, I get overlooked. So nah, I ain't waiting anymore. I saw my chance and I took it. That attack on Jade, it wasn't personal. It was necessary because Jade, you have something I want, and that's the Women's World Championship.
Hold on a second. Well, probably not who you wanted to see.
Naomi. I almost didn't recognize you. You know why? Because unlike me, you were barely seen during the entire WWE 2K25 Universe Mode series. Meanwhile, I was out here dominating the entire division. I was making history, breaking records, running through every woman who stepped up. And you? You were... where again? Exactly.
Oh my goodness, and Naomi is done with the disrespect here in WWE. And Naomi claiming that the attack on Jade Cargill was nothing personal. It was just that Jade Cargill has something that she wants. And Naomi is done playing around, done waiting around. And now Naomi heading up to the top rope. And we saw this during the WWE draft. Naomi taking the fight to Jade Cargill off the top rope into a neck breaker. Dropping Jade Cargill on the back of her neck. Well, Jade Cargill may have found her kryptonite in Naomi. Jade Cargill had such a good ending to her Universe Mode career in WWE 2K24, but Naomi has gotten the better of her not once, but it could even be twice here tonight. As Naomi now off the ropes into a big enziguri, taking Jade off her feet. While Jade Cargill may be regretting interrupting Naomi here tonight, as Naomi was just claiming that this isn't anything personal, this is just Naomi trying to come for what she feels she deserves, which is the Women's World Championship. But I guess that Jade Cargill is taking that very personal, because she believes that championship belongs to her, and at the moment it does. But how much longer is that going to last, I wonder? As Jade Cargill now looking to inflict more punishment upon Naomi on the outside, driving her arm into that concrete floor. Now Jade Cargill with Naomi up overhead. Naomi in big trouble as the power of Jade Cargill dropping Naomi rib first into that concrete floor on the outside. As Jade Cargill now was thinking about maybe heading into the ring, and now Naomi beats her to it, and Jade Cargill off the top rope. Well, Naomi took a moment too long there, and now Jade Cargill has Naomi in position, and Jade Cargill interjaded.
The following is a Gauntlet Match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, or disqualification. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner! And representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, Gunter!
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the main event of the evening, and we have the Ring General kicking us off with a gauntlet match here. So there are 4 superstars involved, and the winner of this match will become the #1 contender to Bron Breakker and the World Heavyweight Championship. So the Ring General, Gunther, had the opportunity to take the title away from Carmelo Hayes back at SummerSlam in 2K24, but he was unsuccessful in doing so, and that's the last time we saw him. But now he's looking to kickstart his 2K25 Universe Mode series in greater fashion here. But he is kicking off this gauntlet in the first position, so he's definitely dealt with the tougher card here. But let's see who's number 2.
From Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens!
So Kevin Owens, the man who delivered a package pile driver to Roman Reigns at the WWE draft, is also involved in this gauntlet match. You have to think as well that Roman Reigns could have perhaps even been involved in this match if it wasn't for Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens delivered that package pile driver, and he ensured that Roman Reigns will not be in action for a number of weeks now. He's out of action indefinitely, similarly to Sami Zayn, as Kevin Owens absolutely destroyed Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And he's probably looking to do the exact same thing here to the ring general. Although I'm sure it's not going to be an easy task, that. So Kevin Owens against Gunther to kickstart this matchup. And here we go, Gunther looking for a big chop right out the gates. But Kevin Owens was able to find a reversal, or at least get in there quickly before the ring general could. And now Gunther just showing some disrespect to Kevin Owens here. I'm sure that Gunther is not going to be happy with the fact that Kevin Owens was running around with the Winged Eagle Championship at the end of the 2K24 Universe Mode Series. And now into the cover goes Gunther, looking for a victory early on. Looking to maybe get through the field as quickly as possible here. So once Gunther or Kevin Owens are able to get the victory here, then the next superstar will enter the match. So it'll only be a moment's rest for whoever progresses here. You have to wonder whether either of these two superstars are going to be able to go all the way. But you also have to wonder who are their other opponents going to be. That's now back body drop. Dropping Kevin Owens on his spine. As Gunther staying in control here. A very good start to this matchup so far for him. As now Kevin Owens sent back into the ring. I'm sure Roman Reigns is probably watching from his hospital bed. Watching very, very closely. As Gunther now is looking to maybe go into the Boston Crab. Maybe looking to make Kevin Owens tap out here. Kevin Owens is just an absolute inch away from the ropes there. But Gunther releases the hold. And stays on the offense. The slow, methodical pace of the ring general on display here. Big chops now. There's Gunther. Oh my word, Gunther just choking out Kevin Owens. And I mean, some people may even argue that Kevin Owens deserves it. But now Gunther looking to continue the onslaught here. A stomp at the hamstring of Kevin Owens. Now Kevin Owens slips in behind. And some big kicks of his own to the hamstring now of the ring general. Gunther has to be careful as well. He doesn't want to be at the receiving end of a package pile driver here tonight. As now Kevin Owens sends Gunther across the floor here on the outside. Now Kevin Owens stripping away that announce desk. And Gunther able to get in there with a big chop. Now going to send Kevin Owens back towards the ring and slam him face first off of the apron. And a big sit out onto the midsection. Just driving the wind out of Kevin Owens. And a stomp away at the ankle as well. Gunther just looking to pick apart Kevin Owens here. Just taking his time, very methodical in his approach. There's Gunther now, sending Kevin Owens back into the ring here. Kevin Owens feeling the effects of this match so far as Gunther heading up to the top rope. We don't see this very often. But the ring general looking to fly with a big elbow drop to the spine of Kevin Owens, and into the cover he goes. Gunther to progress in the Gauntlet Match. Can he do it? He's done it.
Kevin Owens has been eliminated.
Wow. Who's going to be next in this one then? No, it is the Scottish Psychopath. It is none other than Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre about to go face to face with the ring general. Gunther just laying out Kevin Owens almost easily. Oh my word. Gunther with Drew McIntyre into a powerbomb right out the gates, looking to get a fast elimination here, but a big kick out found by Drew. Well, what a start to the match for Drew McIntyre. And a big chop there by Gunther. Now these two behemoths looking to trade blows in the middle of the ring here. Gunther not seeming too impressed. Neither one of these two look too impressed by the blows that are being delivered onto the jaw of each other. A couple of slaps, but also some fists connecting as well. But the question is, who's going to come out on top between these two? Gunther now, big clothesline takes Drew McIntyre off of his feet. Well, Bron Breakker is probably another man who's watching closely in this one. At least he doesn't have to worry about Kevin Owens and that package pile driver, at least not for now. As now, Gunther stomping away at the midsection of Drew McIntyre. It was interesting how Kevin Owens seemed to... Maybe he wasn't even at 100% here. Because at WrestleMania, he did have 2 brutal matches. There's now Drew McIntyre driven face first off of the apron. But Kevin Owens seemingly was taken out of this match quite quickly. A little bit quicker than I would have expected, to be honest. And a big Tyrannosaurus Rex dropkick, sending Drew McIntyre into the barricade. The Ring General is stepping up his game here in 2K25. But the Scottish psychopath isn't about to allow Drew McIntyre, Gunther, too much offense here. There's Drew McIntyre back into the ring. I'm not sure how wise that is to sit in the corner and taunt away here. The Ring General now. Big clothesline, almost taking the head off of Drew McIntyre. And into the cover he goes, near the ropes. But can Drew McIntyre kick out here? He can. He's able to get the shoulder up. But Gunther is lining up Drew McIntyre now. And Gunther is setting up. The powerbomb connecting. Drew McIntyre's feet are near the ropes there. I'm not sure about this one, but he's able to kick out anyway. Big kick out for Drew McIntyre. Most people would have expected the match to be over just then. A big reversal found by Drew McIntyre there. And off the ropes goes Gunther now. Drew McIntyre into a Claymore kick out of absolutely nowhere. And this one could be all over. Is the effects of the match going to play its toll? But it's not. The Ring General is still in this one. And there's still another superstar to come here. Who could it be? But Drew McIntyre and Gunther are really going at it right now. And it's hard to tell who's going to be the one to progress here. As Gunther slowly back to his feet. And Drew McIntyre, big clubbing blow off the top of the head of the Ring General. And now Gunther put onto his front here. And Drew McIntyre heading to the outside momentarily. Drew just avoiding that shoulder tackle. May have been looking for the future shock DDT there. But now a big elbow to the jaw. And into the cover goes Gunther looking for the victory here. But a big kick out found again by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre back to his feet. Big chop by Gunther there. As now Gunther tossing Drew McIntyre across the ring, but Drew McIntyre quick kick up there. And now these two, once again, dropping bombs on each other in the middle of the ring. Well, these two look like they're out on their feet already here. Throwing everything they've got at each other. Big strikes connecting, and Drew McIntyre's been busted wide open here. That's a nasty wound. Well, Gunther with a big right hand, just busting Drew McIntyre wide open as Drew now getting the upper hand momentarily. Gunther with a big right hand, and now these two just going to lay into each other, evenly matched here. But who's going to be victorious? Who's going to progress in this gauntlet match? As Drew McIntyre gets the upper hand momentarily. And off the ropes into another Claymore kick, and this could be all over. Drew McIntyre for a big victory to progress. No, Gunther is still in this one. My, oh my. Well, Gunther definitely turning over a new leaf here in Universe mode, as now Drew McIntyre may have been thinking about a suicide dive. But perhaps this match is playing its toll as he heads up to the top rope. Drew McIntyre now looking to take down Gunther, but Gunther finds a reversal and then a big boot, taking Drew off of his feet. Drew McIntyre now sent into the announce desk, rib first. Now Gunther looking to bring Drew around onto the front of the announce desk here. Now he's going to head back into the ring. Interesting decision, that. Drew McIntyre able to recover here. For a moment, I thought that maybe Gunther was going to put Drew through the announce desk, but clearly he decided against it, as now Drew McIntyre back into the ring, and he's been caught here into the powerbomb connecting. This has surely got to be it. Gunther to progress. He's done it.
Drew McIntyre has been eliminated.
Well, who's the final man in this gauntlet match? Who could it be?
The next fall will win the match.
Well, it's none other than the visionary Seth freaking Rollins, the former World Heavyweight Champion himself, looking to put an end to Gunther's night here tonight. But Gunther has been so impressive. I honestly thought that Drew McIntyre may have had his number here. But Gunther now with Seth Rollins up and slams him down to the mat. And now Gunther into a bit of a dragon sleeper here, looking to put Seth freaking Rollins away. Is this going to be enough early on in this matchup? Can Seth maybe break the hold? He can't, but Gunther breaks the hold himself. Now Gunther, big knee to the jaw. Well, Gunther could have a date of destiny at Backlash against Bron Breakker here, as he looks to progress in this tournament. Here's Gunther now, looking to head up to the top rope. What's he thinking about here? Gunther, big body splash connecting. And Drew McIntyre definitely pushed Gunther to his limit, but Gunther now looking to set Seth freaking Rollins up. Seth Rollins in trouble, powerbomb connecting, and he stacks him up, looking for the victory. Number one contender, but no. Seth freaking Rollins able to power out once again. And then Gunther dropping his whole body weight onto the midsection. Just again trying to drive the wind out of Seth Rollins, and oh my word, Seth Rollins in trouble. Powerbomb connecting for a second time. This has got to be it. And Gunther, with an impressive display, runs the gauntlet, and he is the number one contender to Bron Breakker. So Gunther, the number one contender to the World Heavyweight Champion. And speaking of the World Heavyweight Champion, here comes Bron Breakker with the championship over his shoulder. So at WWE Backlash, we will be seeing Bron Breakker defend his World Heavyweight Championship for the first time against the Ring General, Gunther. But who's going to stand tall between these absolute behemoths? One heck of a match that plans to be.